My research on the origin of the dot-com crash took me to the internet, where I found this quote, a real quote from Hiroshi T. Carvel. I don't know who he is, but what he said was, quote, "The squandered computer predicted the dot-com bust, but who listened? Paul Strassman is the guy who gets to say, 'I told you so,' to all the folks lured by the dot-com siren." Now, if Hiroshi Nakarva says so, it's probably true. And so I decided to check out this Paul Strassman dude. There's a real book by this guy. So I went on the internet and I found his book. And here's the cover of the book. Looking at this cover, of course I could do a Rorschach, but I said I've got to do a bit more research to figure out what is this cover. And so I tracked down the plot that's the basis for this thing. And here is a plot. It is a plot of return on equity to IT money spent by employee. This is an MS plot used by Strassman, and for this he comes up with the fact that the dot-com crash occurred. But if you look at this very carefully, you can see exactly what's going on. All these dots are just a latke beginning to cohere on the frying pan. You say that latkes cohere. There are a series of dots and they coalesce. And so Paul Strassman's message is, in a nutshell, what I call lesson 2. Just as the dot-com was brought on by Chartists with a Hamantash mentality, avoidance of a dot-com crash requires a latke mentality. Let me illustrate how lack of a latke mentality influences the stock market. Take the case of Sun Microsystems, a famous computer company. Here is its logo. And if you analyze it very carefully, you will see that it is dominated by Hamantash. And so you know how the stock is going to behave. If Sun Microsystems had seichel, they would have used an obvious and more appropriate logo patterned after their name. And their stock would be on the rise. Despite its name, Sun Microsystems does not have a latke mentality. After ruminating about these two lessons, I did what every Jewish boy does. I talked to my mother. And she gave me this oracular response. Never mix the with the flesh again. As with everything that mothers and the Torah say, there is a hidden meaning behind each word. And so it came to me, the great insight: never mix latkes with Hamantash. And now I finally understood the dot-com crash. It's very clear. Just look at the word time. And look at the Arthur Anderson logo. Clearly, it's a mixture of latkes and Hamantash. And you know what happened to Arthur Anderson. Well, all of this gave me the idea for stock selection. Take, for example, AOL. First of all, its symbol is the Hamantash. That already is bad. But even more so, it mixes the latke with the Hamantash. Bad stock. As another example, take Microsoft. Here's a picture of Bill Gates. You would think that he is a pure latke Latke. But if you look closely at his face, you will see that he is a mixture of Latke-Hamantash. Once more, don't buy it. A third example is Yahoo. Again, you see the Latke side of Yahoo, but upon careful consideration, you see the mixture of Latke and Hamantash. Again, Yahoo is not a buy. So what's my stock tip? It is made up of 4 latkes and no Hamantash. That's the stock to buy.